Hi, I'm Avery. You're watching DJI tutorials where I'll show you how to get started with the DJI Mobile SDK. To begin, go to developer.dji.com/register to register as a DJI developer. Enter your email, name, and a password, then click Register. You'll get an activation email in your inbox, so go to it and click the activation link. Now scroll down the developer agreement page and click Agree. At this point, you'll be asked to fill out basic information about yourself. In the next step, you'll need to give either a credit card number, phone number, or Chinese ID card number if you're a Chinese citizen for verification. Any credit card information will only be used for verification and won't be charged. Now that your information is correct, click Submit. Once you're registered and sure you have the necessary software, you'll want to generate an app key. Every application needs a unique app key to initialize the SDK. To create one, go to the DJI Developer User Center, select the Apps tab on the left, and click the Create App button on the right. Choosing between Mobile SDK and Onboard SDK, select the Mobile SDK as the SDK type. Enter the name, platform, package identifier, category, and description of your application. For iOS, the package identifier is the bundle identifier in your Xcode project. After that, an activation email will be sent to you to complete the app key generation. The app you just created will appear on the right of the User Center. Select the app you just created, then you can generate the app key. After generating an app key, let's try to work with the iOS SDK sample application. Now, this tutorial assumes you have Xcode version 7.3 or above. If you don't, please download the software you'll need. Also, this tutorial requires you to have installed CocoaPods using the Terminal app for Mac OS. If you haven't, please download and install the software. You can download or clone an iOS sample GitHub project from this site. The sample code includes an Objective-C sample project and a Swift sample project. Navigate to this directory and run pod install with the Terminal app to download the latest DJI SDK.framework in the Xcode projects using CocoaPods. To run the sample code, an app key needs to be generated and inserted into the source files. To set up an Objective-C app key, navigate to the Objective-C sample code folder and open the DJI SDK demo.xc workspace project in Xcode. Change the bundle identifier to a unique identifier and use it to generate an app key. Paste the generated app key string into the app key variable definition in DJI root view controller.m file. To set up a Swift app key, navigate to the Swift sample code folder and open the DJI SDK Swift demo.xc workspace project in Xcode. Change the bundle identifier to a unique identifier and use it to generate an app key. Paste the generated app key string into the app key variable definition in startup view controller.swift file. Now you can run the sample app. Compile and install the sample application in the iOS mobile device. Then the mobile device can be connected to the DJI product to run the sample app. Make sure the iOS mobile device has network connection the first time it runs to register with DJI and get authorization to use the SDK. For aircraft that use Lightbridge or OcuSync as the wireless connection between the remote controller and the aircraft, the mobile device will use USB to connect to the remote controller. You can use USB to connect to the Mavic Pro, Phantom 4, Phantom 3 Professional, Phantom 3 Advanced, Inspire series, M100, and M600. To do so, first turn on the remote controller. Next, turn on the aircraft and wait until the remote controller has connected with it. Connect your iOS device to the remote controller using the Lightning cable and run the sample app on the mobile device. You can also use Wi-Fi to connect to the Phantom 3 Standard, Phantom 3 4K, Osmo, and Mavic Pro. For the aircraft, first turn on the remote controller. Connect your mobile device to the Wi-Fi network created by the remote controller. Turn on the aircraft and wait until the remote controller has connected with the aircraft. Now run the sample app on your mobile device. For the Osmo Mobile, you can connect your device using Bluetooth. Run the sample app on your mobile device and you're ready. For more details, please check the Run Application section from this page on the DJI developer website. Getting started with the DJI SDK requires some preparation, but once you're ready, you can really develop apps as great as you can imagine.